Good afternoon. We're back with another review for you. So we're going to make this one real quick because I know I can get a little talkative when talking about things I'm passionate about here. But we have a review on a product called QMEE. Now, I am not a major fan of survey tools, but I am a major fan of finding multiple streams of income, no matter how small or how large they may be. It all depends on the amount of time that you have to put into the different methods that are out there. So here's a new one for you. Some of you guys may already know about this one, but it's called QMEE, and it's a survey tool. Now, generally speaking, when we're dealing with survey tools, they can be very glitchy and require a lot of time for extremely small amounts of money to where it's almost not worth it, in my opinion. I tried this one out. I started in January. I wanted to find some different types of streams that I could share and kind of give you the output, and I was kind of pleased with what I saw. So with QMEE, there are 3 ways that they say you can earn money. Technically, there's only 1 and then 2 are savings methods. So basically, you are responding to surveys about different things, whether it's politics or some type of product that's coming out on the market. A lot of the surveys that I've done have been from dissertations or some type of research where I just answer the questions for different universities. Commercials where they may have you watch a commercial and then express how you feel about it at the end of the commercial. You can also earn when you shop. Whether it's not earning, you get discounts on things. And they also say that you can earn when you search. Now, mind you, I just found out about this earn when you search part of it. I did not see that, so I have not tested that part. I just saw that like 5 minutes ago. So I am going to check out the earn while you search piece of it. So here's the good. I took a screenshot from my phone so you can kind of get a feel of what I'm saying here as far as this product. So surveys are added daily, all day. Typically, first thing in the morning, as soon as you open up the app, there's at least 7 or 8 sitting there. They go pretty quickly, but they're always adding stuff throughout the day, all the way up to, I would say, 8 or 9 o'clock at night was the latest I saw a big batch of them come in. A lot of them come in batches, and then throughout the day, you'll see 1 or 2 here or there. The range is anywhere from 23 cents per survey to up to about $2 a survey. The ones that I saw that were almost $2 a survey were typically not so much that they were longer in time length, but that they were specific to either a commercial. So it might have been a specific vendor that wanted input for their commercial, or it was some type of research. The key to surveys is making sure that you qualify for them. You're going to go through quite a few of them where they might not be looking for your specific demographic. So they may want a specific age or people that work in a specific area or a specific market. So I'm in technology, and there has been a ton of surveys asking me about how I feel about the cloud. How do you feel about AWS versus Google versus Microsoft? And so there's plenty out here based on your profile. Typically, there's some that can be as low as 5 minutes for the survey. I've seen some that come up for 3 minutes and some that say 20 minutes. On average, for mine that I've completed, I haven't sat for 20 minutes. I'll probably close it out, to be honest, if I have to sit there and look at it for 20 minutes. But they are out there, and there's like, for example, here's one on market topics where they're paying 53 cents for the survey, and on average, it's taking people 7 minutes to complete. Now, in going through the survey, that 7-minute survey would probably have taken me about 4 minutes to complete. Most of the ones that they have on here typically are a little bit shorter in time from my perspective than what they tell you as far as the time limit. Now, have I ran into some that I'm going, you said 5 minutes, I'm 10 minutes in? Yes, I have. That's not common, but every now and then you might run into one of those. So that you have the time frame. They show you how much it is. What I did like as far as this survey tool compared to some of the other ones that we've been testing out is if they start having technical difficulties, instead of you constantly being kicked out of a survey, it will ask you, okay, well, what is the problem? And you type in technical issue. And they started just adding money to the fund into my account because they were having several technical issues versus letting people just sit there and not earn because there was a problem on their end. So I did like that. They have a reward where you can get 10% increase in your rewards while you keep an active streak. So if you look at the top of the screenshot here where it says QMEE below the time, you'll see the 5 little green pigs. I guess that's what those are, pigs, yes. When all 5 are green, otherwise there's no color, they're just transparent. When all 5 are green, you get 10% increase on the reward. So if you notice on the first one for general topics for 15 minutes, it says 24 cents. The reason why it's actually 26 cents is because I have all 5 green pigs. So how do you earn green pigs? Every day that you do a survey is a day that you get a green pig. So 5 days straight I've been active, so all 5 pigs are lit up. If you only have 4 pigs lit up green, you won't get the 10% increase. There's another way that you can keep your activity without actually going in and doing surveys, because at one point in going through this process, I kind of gotten tired of doing surveys and I wanted to do some other things that I needed to work on, but I wanted to keep my activity. And to do that, they have every day at, I believe it's 8 p.m. Every day at 8 p.m., they release a poll on this same page where the surveys are. All you have to do is just scroll down and you'll see the daily poll. If you do the daily poll, you will get activity for the day. So either the daily poll or do a survey, and after 5 days and all 5 pigs, green pigs rather, you'll get a 10% bonus as far as what you get. So if there's a $2 survey out there, you'll, instead of getting $2, you'll get $2.20 for the survey. Let's see. So the answer the daily poll to keep your streak alive. You can use the app that you can download to your phone, or you can do them through your website. So I also like that. So you're not stuck to one device. You can use your iPad, your cell phone. It does work on iPhones or a Droid. So I didn't see anywhere that the app was not available for download. And the drum line on this one that I really, really like that differs from almost every survey platform I've seen, there's no minimum payout. You can receive your money almost immediately. I would say within 24 hours is when it's posted. But you can receive it. If I wanted to transfer what is showing in my account right now, $5.54, I could. If I wanted to transfer 25 cents, I could. I believe there's a fee, though, if you go to a certain minimum with PayPal. I need to verify that. Most of the time, what I've been doing during the testing process is I made a little target of, okay, I made a game out of it. I make a game out of everything. It just makes it fun. So if every day my goal was to do $5 worth of surveys just to see if I could do it, and then transfer it at the end of my day. So let's say my day ends at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. I'm going to transfer out, and my goal is $5 a day. Well, this is what I did for my last test run today. And I think I did the $5.54 within a matter of an hour or two, maybe. And that was while doing other things. I was multitasking while doing the surveys on my phone. So if you have time where you're not driving but commuting, let's say you're on a train or you're in Uber, perfect time. Run a survey. I shouldn't say this, but if you're in a boring meeting, it happens. It happens. Do a survey. If you're sitting with nothing else to do a survey. Sitting, watching a game that you're really not interested in, baseball game or something, do a survey. Have your phone right there with you. Multiple streams of income. Any stream is a good stream as long as it's done ethically, in my opinion, and with integrity. So, no minimum payout. And the payout methods that they will allow you to do is you can either transfer it to a PayPal account, a gift card, or you can send it to a charity. So there's multiple things that you can do. You can use it to actually send off to your favorite charity. That's excellent. So there are options there. So these are the major key points I got from testing out this platform. I'm going to show you some of the other things that are out there. So you can look at surveys. They have offers, deals, and then your profile, and you can actually see your account. As I've stated before, I'm trying to be as transparent as possible when sharing my reviews so that you guys can see what actually occurred, what we actually were able to accomplish or not accomplish. Because if this platform, if this tool was not up to par, I promise you I would tell you. So other things that were pretty good, the offers, if you scroll through the list, they have things for discounts on food. They have discounts on technology and different types of tools that you can actually purchase and buy at the store. So like Best Buy gift cards for discounts or something like that. Also available are deals. So discounts off of New Balance shoes or Wanderlust company. I've never heard of this one, but there are several in that list. Some I've never heard of, and some I saw that were pretty decent. So they'll give you a code, which, as you can see, is readily available. Just hit the like button and go and use the code before it expires. And these deals and offers change on a regular basis. So if nothing else, it's a good look to just go look and see what's available for the day. You may be looking to purchase something, and here's your discount right here. Last thing on here, I wanted you to see my testing results. So I started in January testing this app out. Now, mind you, I don't have a lot of time to actually do surveys all day long or anything like that, but just in my spare time. Or as I said, if taking Uber in the back seat, just do a couple surveys or downtime. And overall, as you can see, the total earnings that I've done since starting in January was $76.87. Now, you heard me say before that my goal was to do $5 a day. Well, there are some days I just didn't do it at all. I just didn't feel like it, be quite honest. But for each person is different. You may set a goal and actually accomplish your goal of what you want to accomplish and do with this particular tool. Now, are you going to make $5,000 with this? No, that's not what this is for. This is small streams of income, small. But if you're doing it the Streamline IG way, which we're going to go over at the end of this slides here. We have one more slide before we get there. Take the small streams and use them to create larger streams. Just like water, small streams coming into a river creates a lot of water that flows. That's what the purpose of Streamline IG is. We're looking for multiple streams that come into one pot to create one bigger pot. So this is one method. So the total since we began is $76.87 worth of nothing but surveys. You'll be able to see the difference. Blue is everything that you've earned. Green is the balance of what's remaining that you have not cashed out. So as you saw earlier, I still had like $5.45 or something like that in the account that I had not paid out to myself. You can see for the month of January how much I made, and then what we're currently doing right now in the month of February, which I basically just did maybe 2 days of this so far this month. But I wanted you to see that it's real. A lot of times we hear about things and people will tell us about things, but you don't see it. And for some people, you need to see that something works or see that it is possible. So I wanted you to see that. Not really going into the how to use it. It's pretty straightforward. I'm going to post a link, by the way, that if you sign up through the link, it is my referral link that you will get 50 cents after you do your first cash out, I believe. I'm not sure if it's when you sign up or you get the 50 cents after your first payout. Either way, when you use the link, you automatically get 50 cents as if you did a survey. So I am going to put that out there. I believe in finding ways to give away money too. So let's take a look. The bad. I always try to find the good, bad, and the ugly in a thing. That way I can figure out what the best plan or best choice is. What are my choices with something? So when testing QME, the only bad I saw, and it's really not a bad because it's not as bad as other survey tools that I played around with in testing. There are some tools that really just gave me a headache. I couldn't do it. It was too much. With QME, there were some instances where you would get maybe 5 minutes into the survey and then it would crash. That I don't like. But as I stated, if there's an issue from QME's perspective, if it's on their end, they do turn around and say, "Hey, we apologize. Here's $1 for your for wasting your time," or something of that nature. How you set up your profile makes a major difference. I recommend completing the entire profile part, and it's long. It's about 50. I felt like it was 50 questions long. It might be shorter, but to me it felt 50 questions long. And they ask a lot of questions, but based on those questions is how they determine which surveys you qualify for. So if they're looking for, let's say the demographic for a particular survey is for millennials. Well, I'm not a millennial. I'm 40. I'll be 45 this year. I don't qualify. I can't be mad about that. But if all the surveys are for millennials, then that wouldn't be a good look as far as trying to meet your goals. Now, does that happen? I didn't have that happen. I might have had a day or two where it's going, oh, right, these surveys are really moving slow. I'm seeing a ton of them, but I don't qualify for any of them. In most cases, you won't even see surveys pop up that you don't qualify for. But the surveys tend to have pre-qualifying questions, where they may ask you 2 or 3 questions, such as, do you work in any one of these fields? And it could be that they're looking for people who work specifically in those fields. And if you didn't hit one of them, then they'll say, well, sorry, it was declined. Survey was declined because you didn't meet the qualifications. I'd rather get that up front than to be almost done with the survey and then get declined, which is what was happening on majority of the survey tools that I was testing. So at least if you get rejected, it's up front with this one. So I like that. Or it could be in that same scenario, it could be that they don't want people who work in that field. So if you mark one of them, they may say, no, we don't want anyone who already works in marketing because you probably already know how to answer these questions or something to that nature. So generally speaking, the pre-questions happen up front so that if you don't qualify, it's not something that happens in the end. So that, to me, that's really a good thing. It's only a bad thing when it happens repeatedly. It can kind of get on your nerves. And like I said, I did have that happen a few times, but not enough to say that the product was bad. Overall, as you can see, I did pretty decent, especially for someone who doesn't have the time to really sit and do surveys all day long. I call it a good thing. So what are the golden nuggets? As I mentioned earlier, with any stream, the purpose is to have streams come into it. One pot. My one pot is a bank account that's separate from my W-2 income or income that I make from my actual job function. And those streams come in and I take them and invest them into other ways to create more streams, and it builds. So the streamlined IG way of handling this particular stream of doing surveys through QMEE is, as I stated, my goal was to try to produce $5 a day using surveys 5 days a week. So that would have been $25 a week, on average about $100 a month, if I would have stayed consistent. And it's very doable, very possible. I saw some people were doing even better than that, up to $10 a day, which I don't know how. That's a lot of surveying, but anything is possible. As I said, I also have it go into a separate bank account, my one account where all streams come into of things that I do of this nature that are multiple streams coming in. But then I would take the profits and use them to invest in other streams. So in this particular case, I wanted to find something that was cheap, something that didn't cost a lot to take the little $5 I was pulling and put it into. So just to give you an example of what I did during this testing process to show you a way that you could do the same is each day I would cash out the $5 or however much I earned for that day. And each week I would look for what we call a penny stock. Penny stocks are generally stocks that are $3 or lower in price. And they're a little bit more riskier. They're a lot more volatile, as we say. But if you find the right one, you can quickly jump in and what I call jump in and jump out, make your profits and get out. It's not something that I would hold for long periods of time. So I took the $5 each day, and on Friday at the end of each week, I already knew which stock I was going to buy. I took the total amount that I earned and I went and bought penny stocks with them. So to give you an example, there's a company called, the few that I had been playing around with. One was SMSI, I believe. And I bought them at $4 a share, I believe. That's about the time I got in. Normally, penny stocks would be $3 or less. I bought those at $4 a share. And I bought as many as I could through my stream of the survey. Well, just today, I sold everything I bought for that particular ticker symbol, SMSI, because today they hit the $6 mark. So for every share that I bought, I made $2 profit on it. So I got the $4 I spent on buying it, and then plus the additional $2 in profit. None of it came from income from my day job or from my W-2 income, as I would call it. It all came from starting with the surveys. So just giving you an idea of, okay, I can take one thing and produce another thing to produce another thing and keep it going to where you can build multiple streams to create even bigger opportunities, or bigger the pot, I guess you would say. So that's my review of QMEE. As I said, I am going to post a link both in my YouTube channel and to the Facebook group. And if you use that link, you will get 50 cents towards your QMEE account if this is something that you choose to do. As usual, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks and have a great day.